name is Angelique. I'll talk about like why I decided to quit barbering and like where I'm going now. Excuse me, I like where I'm going now as far as like after barbering. So I want to go way back to when I started, like way back to high school. So my junior year and senior year, I started getting interested in the barbering by like being on YouTube, watching a YouTuber 360 Jeezy, shout out him. He made barbering just seem like so fun. I just loved his videos, and like plus he was a fat barber, so I was like, well, 360 Jeezy could do it, I can do it, you know, even though he was a boy and I'm a girl. So I'm like, well, I can do it too. He make it look like it's fun. Let me try. So I ended up like I would go to school after I watched the videos. I'd go to school. I'd be like, man, like I'd be in the lunchroom like your hair not blended, like your it not faded at all. Like you got hair, then skin, no fade. And I wouldn't tell nobody that because there's people be sensitive about their looks and stuff. But they're just something that I would notice after watching the videos. So then that kind of stuck with me for a little while. But I didn't start cutting. Yeah, I didn't really start cutting hair until I got into actual like barbering school. So fast forward to August 2020, got accepted to the school, started taking my core classes. Okay, fast forward, went from taking the core classes online to taking my barbering classes online, well, some of them, because this is like, of course, during COVID time. So after that, I advanced and ended up going to like, in person with the lab that we call, anytime you're doing like a practical, what is barber, cosmetology, nails, they call it like lab day, because it's still, it's, some people may not think that, but it's still part of the medical field. It still deals with science, diseases, all types of stuff like that. So yeah, organisms and all that stuff. Yeah. So y'all, what's crazy is I got awards, I made dean's lists, passed both my tests, the theory and the practical. I was shaking like a salt shaker. Like when I tell you I was shaking like a stripper, like literally taking the practical test. But I was prepared, and thankfully I was the only person in there, and I passed, y'all. I did all that good stuff. Like I said, graduated and everything. And I bet y'all like, well, if you got all these good awards and stuff, you were nominated by your teacher, why did you quit barbering? Well, okay, y'all, so I quit because like that was something that I liked, but I didn't really love it. And listen to me really close when I say this. Emphasis on the like, not love. When you love something, you can do it and do it. When you tired, mad, angry, I feel like that's my definition of like, even if you mad, even if you like, you gonna do it, and you ain't gonna never get tired. If you do get tired, you still gonna be satisfied because you doing what you love to do. So that, like, it wasn't my passion with my drive, because there's other things that I'm good at doing that I like. It's like I don't mind my job, like it to a certain extent. Like I love it, like the job I have now, I love it. There's certain things that I really truly hate, but it's not even mainly the customers. Okay, so we're just gonna leave that at that. But yeah, so it's like I am a people person to a certain extent. I do love giving customer service or acts of service. I love making people feel good. So I thought, and I also wanted to make fast money, so that's why like I dived into barbering, because it takes less time to cut than it does to do like a scalp braids or like a quick weave or like, styles like that. That's predominantly for females. So that's what made me want to like dive into the field of being a barber. Now, the good thing is I went to school to find myself, and I learned most of my likes and dislikes. I'm gonna tell you what I really liked was that I really love the hair color class. So if I was to like revamp or like refresh myself, I'd dive straight into color down to like if I was to come back, like I said, I would specialize in like color, because I really enjoyed that, like the color or whatever we did in class. I really enjoyed, and I always kept color. Like if you was in my class, you know, like I stayed with a fresh color, whether it's my real hair, braids, wig, baby, like I stayed with that, period. And I learned different techniques, and I met some good people along the way. Shout out to my teachers. If y'all watching this, hey. If you was one of my classmates, what's up? I hope y'all doing well. Y'all know y'all keep me up anytime. Some of them I do keep in touch with anyway. Some, you know, some of us, we just grew apart, and that's okay. But everybody was really cool. Nobody never really had no quorums. You know, I really liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I really liked. And my teacher made sure she prepared me for that exam, for that practical. Because it's literally about verbatim. It's only like a few, like, to each his own with certain states. But in Alabama, she got me right. Because, you know, each state is different with their, like, requirements and stuff like that. But she got me right. And my other teacher, he was real cool. He made me feel like confident and stuff when it come down to a business aspect that I want to use in my other business, but not barber. Because like, even though I'm not doing barbering, like I still, some of the skills, like people skills, you know, like how to deal with business situations, how to upkeep a building, your responsibilities and things like that, that's still important, universal, no matter if you cut hair, no matter what you're doing. So they gave me life skills too. And did I feel like I was a failure to a certain extent? Yes, because it's like, well, you done did all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got all these accolades and stuff. It's like, bro, but where's the clients and stuff? And I feel like barbering is one of those professions or trades where it's like, if you don't already have know the basics of cutting, you know what I'm saying? It's just best to know the basics of cutting. Or if you're not willing on your downtime to put in like the work, the hands-on skills that it take on cutting, unless you just overnight, you just wake up 5. Everybody just don't wake up 5, and this with a lot of stuff. You're not going to put in the work on your free time, or you're not in that lab, or you're not in that class. Barbering not for you. Because I feel like I'm going to take accountability. I feel like I ain't put in enough time outside of school. I put in some time, but not enough, which resulted in me not being as confident in cutting, which also resulted in me in quitting barbering, because I could not cut under pressure. When I got to the shop, because another thing I did too, I was studying for an exam while I was working at a shop, while I was working at another job. So I had technically 2 jobs because I was getting paid training. She was really sweet. Shout out to Miss Manager. We gonna call her Miss Manager in this story. She was really sweet. But I had all these irons in the fire, and I could not maintain. And as a result, I just got overwhelmed. Even though I passed and everything, I got overwhelmed. And yeah, so that was like the main thing. Like, and then it was like hostile. It was like a hostile environment in the shop. For the sake of this video, we're gonna call the shop. And I'm gonna leave everybody's names and everything anonymous. But it's just like the views they had, and the cleanliness and the disinfecting. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. I didn't see no proper disinfecting going on at all. I just saw a lot of sweeping, and I didn't see nobody wiping down no chair. But I had people coming to me that was not even my employer or manager, coming to me asking me like, oh, why you wearing gloves? Or telling me, oh, you know, gloves doing more harm than good. Since which world? What world? Even though, let's be real now, I'm not clowning nobody who don't wear gloves that's a barber or a cosmetologist. This is not what this video about, because that's optional. but to downplay somebody because they are wearing gloves. Because me wearing gloves was school where I was taught. Me wearing gloves is force of habit. Like, even gloves was optional at the school. But I've never seen no one wash their hands while cutting. No, or at least never even wore gloves. And it's like, okay. I ain't seen no consultation. I didn't see a scalp analysis. And I'm just like, okay. I don't think I'm gonna last long here, no ways. Cause I don't know what disinfectant is this where you just spray on the clippers or the implements and tools for like a few seconds and wipe off, and it just sanitize, disinfect it. Like, if y'all know, if y'all some Barber or cosmetologists, comment below what disinfectant or barbicide is that. What kind of, hey, I'm just trying to see. Because this is what I'm seeing going on in the shop. And then I'm seeing what's not happening. Like I said, not seeing people wipe down chairs. So, and just other little stuff. But, you know, there was one thing. And then I got, like, this little, I feel like there was somewhat of a difference made. Like, one girl was more outgoing. And then you got me. I'm chill, reserved. But I will be more open the more I be around people. But it's like, I would speak to this one girl, and she would just be so dry. And I'd be like, oh, hey, you know. I try to, like, watch her because she's watching me. She, like, just looking at me while I'm cutting hair. And I'm like, you watching me? But when I try to actually come over there and formally watch you, and just be like, hey, I would like to get some tips or points. I just want to watch and observe to just gain some knowledge. Oh, you like, oh, you. Like, I can tell the energy, like, oh, you don't like that. But when the other girls around, it's like, oh, giggles, laughs, oh, it's okay, it's cool. And it's like, so from the jump, it's like, when I get there, it's like, ugh, stank on me. But I will say this, y'all. It just taught me that, you know, if I was confident as I should have been, because that was my main thing. I feel like 50% of me quitting was not being confident enough and not putting in the work. Not, like, I put in the work, but, like, not putting in enough outside of school. That's why I think, like, I really was, like, where I feel like I dropped the ball at. But at the same time, it's like, you know how, like, if you learn something, but then you just, like, you ain't applying it enough. And I feel like that's what happened with me. And as a result, I wasn't as confident. Because I even did training when I got there. And then another thing was spooked me. We were doing some cuts that I wasn't doing enough of. Like, high and tights and stuff like that. And so, like, we would work through those haircuts until, like, I ended up getting with the people. And that's when I started to be like, oh, can't do this, you know. So between hostility from the shop, you know, how the shop was ran in general, as far as like cleanliness, sanitization, disinfect, etc. The people, most of the people there, you know, seemed sweet, but still some of the people was a little hostile. There was somebody else that shoot, you know, it was really good. It was like, I don't know. Like I just said, I'm just taking accountability. Just like, I wasn't confident enough, and like, that was the main thing. Because if I was confident enough, I wouldn't have cared if somebody was looking at me cutting. Because I'm like, I'm fine. Shoot, I'm fine. Like, it's like I couldn't handle the pressure mentally. Like, I just could not. Like, I remember bawling in the lady office, telling her, like, I can't do this. Because it was a young man, well, it was an older gentleman came in there, lost his best friend, had a funeral coming up, wanted me to cut his hair. And it's like, whoa, I ain't even realize. Even though my teachers told me I'm gonna be a therapist, a counselor, XYZ, I didn't even realize, like, yo, I haven't been cutting that long. And I'm already being faced with somebody, like, they gotta bury their best friend. and they want me to like, they don't want to wait no whole hour for me to try to perfect my cut. They ready to go. So I get Miss Manager, we gonna call her Miss Manager, who been helping me this whole time, who real fine. They always demanded Miss Manager. I want to see Miss Manager. I want Miss Manager to cut my hair. They tipping Miss Manager. Miss Manager got bank. Yeah, so that happened, and I was like, man, I can't take this heat. So she cut him. She got him out the way, but it just was like, yeah, this not the job for me. And I've had jobs where I've been under pressure, but it depends on what you're doing. And I learned too that I can't cut hair under pressure. Like, I can't serve people like that on like a job like that on a bad day, or if the person got a bad day, because they gon' I can't. And I learned that. So I learned myself. I went to school to find myself, and I learned what I liked and disliked. So in the end, I feel like I came out on top because it took some time, but I found myself, I feel like, or at least I've, progressed in finding myself and knowing myself. So now I have this new education adventure, is what I'm finna call it. It's a fast track program. I'm doing the medical field, and I think I'm gonna really like it. And yeah, so it's only 5 months. I start February 18th. I want to take y'all on that journey with me. Like, show y'all like to get ready with me. I want to show y'all like, I just really want to like educate y'all on a lucrative career that only takes 5 months of education. And yes, you do have to pass an exam. But I also want to create, like, let this be the intro for opening up to y'all more opportunities, not just the field that I'm going to choose, but other fields as well. It doesn't even necessarily have to be medical, but like, that's gonna be my main topics, because I'm doing something in the medical field. That's gonna be probably like my first video, like opening y'all up to like fast track programs. And fast track is literally what it is, fast track. Like, sometimes some may be like 5 months, some may be a year or less, but most of them just seem like a few months. The shortest I've seen was like 3 months. That's really freaking short, and a lot of programs are lucrative. So I plan on making a video for y'all for that. I also got a scholarship. I want y'all to comment woo woo in the comments. Y'all comment that in the comments, because your girl got a scholarship. Only gotta pay like roughly 300 or a little over 300 out of pocket, maybe less. But yes, y'all, that's the end of my video. I hope y'all enjoyed it, like, because like, I want to be able to inspire y'all. Like, I want y'all to be like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? I just want y'all to be like, dang, like, you went through all that. You went to school for 2 years. You left, now you doing something else. It's like, it's okay to start over. Like, this is what this video about. Like, it's okay to feel like a failure. It's okay your family members ask you like, well, why you did all that, and you know, what's next? I had to come up with a plan. I got something next. So, you know, you got to do what's best for you, what's best for your mental state. And that's really the main thing, you know. And it's just like, I want y'all to be able to do that and then some, you know. Like me, I knew when I go back to school, it's like, man, I'm not trying to do the whole, oh, they want to go back, I gotta go back to school 4 years, I gotta go back to school 3 years, 2 years. That just went me, and I'm just so thankful and grateful that I've stumbled upon this program at this school, this community college. I'm just grateful I found this program, and then I got a scholarship. I got a scholarship the first time too. Like, blessed to not really have to pay much out of pocket, for real. But hey, this video, disclaimer, this video was not made to discourage people who are future barbers in the making. I just want y'all to be mindful. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you already cutting, especially, like, you already got the one up, because I didn't have that. Or if you're interested, like, it's other, you don't have to go no whole 2 years. That's nothing. I didn't know that you didn't have to do 2 years. You can do like an apprenticeship or something totally different. And I was offered one, but it was like, I was already enrolled in school and I didn't understand like certain things. So yeah, this is not a diss to none of my teachers. It's not a diss to nobody that want to get into barber or discourage nobody. I say go for it. Just be confident in what you're doing and just try to know yourself as much as you can and try to get as much hands-on experience before getting into the school aspect, because it's gonna help you in the long run when you like running your own shop, or like when you dealing with clients and people that's upset and stuff, and it's gonna build your character and help you build to work under pressure and stuff. Everybody not built for that. Like I can work under pressure under doing certain things, you know what I'm saying? So that's like the main takeaway. Like, so I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Click thumbs up, like and subscribe. Show y'all like pictures of me when I did, pictures of me at like my award ceremony. Like I'm not capping, like I really did, and like I really cut. And then here goes some pictures of me like doing my first few cuts. Shout out to y'all. And then like yeah, so y'all just enjoy those videos and pictures. Bye.
Trade up to a new Toyota and get up to $1,000 more. Choose from
the arching Troy. Your girls told me to be updated and